Can I have a piece of advice, like
Yeah.
recording a first album? What's like your biggest piece of advice?
Biggest piece of advice is really speak your mind. If there's a sound or anything that you're like, this just doesn't really represent me.
Mhm.
As a good producer, he wants to know that. And I
Mhm.
think I didn't understand that in the beginning. What you were like in the very beginning of your acting career is exactly how I started my singing career. I was like, I'm not like talented. I don't really have an awareness of this. I didn't go to school for this. I just operate based off of feelings. I couldn't run Pro Tools or do any of that stuff. But there were moments where I would hear things and I'd be like, man, I wish that this was like this, or I wish this was this way. I didn't even have the language for it. I mean, so green. But I could say, hey, is there a different chord for this particular note? Like, I would love to try X, Y, and Z. Or that synth sound, the EQ is just throwing me off. And it's too tinny. Like now
Yeah.
being in the studio, I know anything in the 3K frequency, get your girl out. I cannot. The last record, we took all the cymbal swells and all the cymbal stuff out because I was like, that
It's not for
3K,
you.
I just can't. This is kind of random, but I actually got a blood test done, like ancestry things, but they can read your DNA panel. There's an auditory thing at that frequency that makes me nauseous. Like it's in my DNA sequence. Isn't that
I
crazy?
wonder like where that comes from.
All that to say, I would just say just speak as much as you can, because intimidation will have you be silent, or feeling inadequate in the space will have you be silent. And you just never know what the record would have missed, and what the people will miss out on.
Yeah.
So that would be my
Okay.
advice.